Hello and welcome to Everyday Success. I'm your host Ron Laker, and we've had many great guests in the studio at NCS TV, but today we have a very special guest. We have Natalie Scott of Natalie Scott Designs, who searches the world, brings unique, one-of-a-kind artisans together with people who are looking for that unique piece of furniture to express themselves in their home. We're glad to have Natalie with us today, and we're going to learn an awful lot about what she does and how she delivers success to you. Natalie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. Natalie, tell us a little bit about Natalie Scott Designs and most importantly, how you got started in this.
Well, I got started a few years back when I was asked to do a home in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. I traveled the country, met a lot of artisans, custom designing the furniture for that home, and hence the collection was born. I thought, why not bring this collection to other interior designers, other tradespeople, as well as the end user.
Mm-hmm. So now you've gone out and you've sourced and found other artisans, not only in Mexico, but throughout the world. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I was fortunate enough to be invited to India with good friends from Tampa, and they actually invited me to a Bollywood weddings. That was a lot of fun. So after the wedding, I toured the country from Rajasthan down to the south of India and have met other artisans, and that's where I was turned on to the art of handicraft.
Now, I've seen some of the cactus collection that you have, and it's the unique piece of furniture I've ever seen, and it's just beautiful, and it's functional. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, the cactus tree trunk collection has been very successful for us. It looks similar to driftwood, but upon deeper inspection, you can see is so much more unique and beautiful. The cactus comes from fallen ancient trees. It looks petrified, but it's not. They strip the skin, they take the thorns off, and they actually bleach it to give it that beautiful light white tan color. It's very durable. It can be used indoors or out. And we make coffee tables, dining tables, console tables out of the cactus tree stump.
That is the most warmest piece of furniture that I've seen. It's just absolutely wonderful. Now,
Thank
you also have a unique approach where you can create with a designer a one-of-a-kind, customized piece of furniture, literally from, as you say, if you can dream it, we can create it.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you. That's actually one of our signature services that Natalie Scott Designs offers. Many times interior designers are looking for something, but they can't find it, or they can't find the right size, or they can't find the right finish or the right color. They'll come to our firm, and we will find the right artisan for their need. And then if need be, we can provide sketches and CAD detail drawings, or they can provide their own, and we'll have their piece made specifically for their client. And the beauty of it is many times we save them a lot of money, which helps the design community make money.
And they get to participate in the process too, don't they?
Absolutely. They get to watch their piece unfold. Our artisans actually take photographs of their piece in production, and we will send them updates on their piece, and they'll always receive a final photograph before the piece is wrapped and shipped. That's one of the concerns people have with custom furniture, is they're afraid, what am I really going to get? This way they can see it before it ships.
Now, the design industry, like all businesses over the last few years, has made a major shift. Tell us a little bit about how you help those designers be successful.
Well, the major shift is, as we know, the world's gotten smaller. Their client is able to go on the internet and find just about anything and everything that an interior designer can show them. In the old days, designers had access to things that nobody else had access to. Unfortunately, that's changed. So with the Natalie Scott collection, they're going to be providing something to their client that they can't find anywhere else.
And you have a personal relationship with these artisans. Tell us a little bit about the process, some of the unique stories. If you have.
Well, when you work, especially outside of the country, now we are working with artisans in the country, but when you work outside of the country, it's a different world, it's a different way of doing business. Many times they won't do business with me until we establish a friendship. So most of the artisans, if not all, I have been a guest in their home, I've had dinner at their table, and once they feel comfortable with me, they in a way are kind of vetting me to work with them and vice versa. And then once this level of respect and this mutual relationship is established, that's how I can guarantee that you're going to get what you ask for, you're going to get it on time, and you're going to get it.
A lot of these artisans are multi-generation artists, and their great-great-great-grandfather was a commissioned painter or commissioned sculptor at some point, supported by the local business community, the local royalty or the aristocracy. Tell us a little bit about that change and what drew you into that market, if you will.
Yeah, well, I think what was exciting for me was to see generational artisans. A lot of the artists I work with, it's a family endeavor. You've got the maestro, and then you've got aunts, uncles, children. Their form of working has been passed down. What excited me was to work with these generational artisans and seeing their way of living and their way of life continue. It's really like keeping these ways of working alive. And that's even happening with the master craftsmen in the United States. I'm working with a master craftsman studio right now in this country that is trying to educate these master craftsmen onto the business. So the Natalie Scott collection is kind of providing a business marketing service for designers. Many times the artist, either they don't want to or they don't know how to market themselves, and the Natalie Scott collection does that for them.
And unless somebody wants to go through the jungles of Borneo or the slums of India or someplace, they contact you.
Exactly, and believe me, I have had some stories of traveling 9 hours outside of the middle of any form of civilization. A little scary now and then, but it's exciting.
That's great. That's great. Well, if people would like to get more information about the Natalie Scott Designs or what's happening in the future or where your travels take you next and what pieces of beautiful art you're going to bring home, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can visit nataliescottdesigns.com. They can call me. I'm always open for a conversation. And they can follow us on social media.
Okay, very great. Natalie, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you've been on the show. And if you want a piece of furniture, unique furniture that completely expresses who you are, what you are, and why you are, go to Natalie Scott Designs. Let her help you find that piece for your house.